Welcome back, everybody, to more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Today we are going to try and finalize everything and get on Nar Shaddaa and get to Goto's yacht, his private ship where he has now captured us. So let's try and make that happen. Yes, I have still left her with some levels to gain. I am still trying to see if I can't awaken her with a little bit of capability here. Alright, the repair shop. Okay, yeah, I need to go talk to the repair shop guy. It's the swoop gallery. There he is. Tub shop. Oh. Yes, Pebbles. I know. Oh my god. Jesus, okay. Clearly I need to buy some more advanced repair kits. What? Power of Jedi super speed. Do I not have a... No, apparently I don't have a Mandalorian shield. Now, the thing about Atton's revival ability, he can revive himself, but he has to actually be not the last party member standing to use it. Yes, Pebbles. I see you. Stop it. Sorry, my cat is... She's very happy I'm home. And very eager to make her presence known. Like any cat. You've got a strange way of asking for people for help, Goto.
Yes, but I am not in the habit of asking for things. And you were so difficult to find, even after that small incident on Varagas. There is something important to me I need protected. The Republic. It is broken. What happened on Varagas has set in motion events that I can no longer control. Not to be melodramatic, but I fear it has broken the galaxy irrevocably. This has occupied much of my attention, and there seems to be no predictable way to resolve the situation.
So, we've just made a discovery here. Goto wants us to help him fix the Republic. Here's the thing. Goto is the leader of the Exchange. The Exchange is a criminal consortium organization that kind of lives to fuck with people. They're gangsters, they're drug traders, they're slave traders sometimes if they need to be. They're hired muscle for lots of criminal elements, and they also blackmail and fuck with politicians. So this is like a crime syndicate of the highest degree. And this guy's asking us to help us save the Republic. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You want me to help the Republic?
In one standard month, the Republic will collapse. Not due to war or secession, but because it lacks the infrastructure to support itself. It is unknown to all but the few, but the Sith won the Jedi Civil War. Even with their supposed victory, the war left the Republic on the brink of collapse. Rather than remain and help solidify the Republic, however, Revan chose to leave no space. A frustrating turn of events and rallying figurehead would have done much to restore order.
How can I help?
There is something moving in the galaxy that lies beyond the ability of minds to detect or predict. I believe it to be a legacy of the Sith, but I have been unable to determine the source. Whatever this presence is, it is staging strikes at key figures throughout the Republic, and through some unknown means, it is causing the destruction of worlds. KOTOR, Mira world, it really was one such place. I have reason to suspect there was a gathering of Jedi on that world, but it was rendered lifeless. I cannot find any pattern in these attacks, and it is a source of frustration to me. There is some clue, however, that perhaps the Jedi are linked to these attacks, or that the targets are significant in some way I have yet to discover.
I'll do what I can. I don't want to see the Jedi wiped out.
You misunderstand me. I do not wish to stop the Sith any more than I wish to stop the Jedi. It is simply important to me that the infighting amongst these Jedi religious branches be resolved so the galaxy may be put back together. I do not care which one triumphs. I only want the universe to settle down for a while and catch its breath.
Yes, this is the restored content mod, Revan. Welcome to the stream. Oh, the game's stopped. That would be the problem. That should bring the game back to sound. Sorry about that. I can't believe I forgot that. Why do you care about the
Say I am
Republic?
something of a patriot. Although I was unable to serve during the troubles with the Mandalorians or against the aggressors known as Malak and Revan, I am able and willing to serve now. The problem is I can find no side to choose. Both are hidden from me as they seem to be hiding from each
Huh.
other.
I haven't heard of that mod. I might have to look into it.
It's like a
And
jarring
no, this is
board
not my
where
first
neither
playthrough.
player can see the other, nor see all the pieces. It is not a fair game, an equitable game.
Maybe you should try Pazak.
Bazak bores me. I often suspect my opponent of cheating. I prefer pretty
I'll do what I can to help. That was my intention in the first place.
Excellent. It really is in your best interests, you know. There is no margin for error when I say that these Sith seek to murder you and all Jedi.
I'll take a look at it sometime. It might actually be something to look at.
And when they dispose of you,
I might try to look it up after the stream.
to stop them, and the galaxy will fall under their...
Oh, it was one of those things that wasn't restored in the content patch. Okay. I have no problem helping, but you've got to set me free, Goto.
Ah, well, there is where we are at cross purposes. I cannot set you free.
Oh, it restores Goto's original format. Okay.
Wherever you go, and I would rather keep those to a minimum. The galaxy really is a fragile place right now. I am a businessman. The Republic
Really? He has a form similar to that?
prosper and grow. Whether it is led by the Sith or supported by the Jedi is of no consequence to me.
What is that alarm?
It is the proximity alarm. We are under attack. Somehow
You
your
can use
allies have
lightsabers?
found
That
you
sounds weird. Droids aren't normally allowed to use
You will
those.
remain here
Huh.
under guard. I must see to the defense of my ship.
Announcement. We seek to make Goto aware of our services, allowing us to facilitate communication and terminate hostilities in the galaxy. If that means blowing up planets,
Oh.
entire species, or allying ourselves with
That
the
sounds
Sith,
very
then
weird.
that is
Huh.
a logical choice. Our predecessor would never understand our directives.
Something
He was
like General
slow,
Grievous.
weak, and his vocabulary was prone to static.
Alright, let's level up Kreia again, who is somehow shockingly good at repair for reasons that are entirely unknown to me. Master dueling. Master healing. Energy resistance. Jedi consulars are so broken. Once they get going, anyway. Like, they take a little bit to get going, but once they do, they're basically unstoppable engines of death. Through the power of the Force. I don't even know why I'm giving her an intelligence buff. I guess to round her out. There's not really a reason to. Pebbles, you really need to calm down, baby. I will see to you after my stream, okay, Hairball? I know. You're bugging. Oh my god, you're bugging. I want attention. Somebody pet me. I'm going crazy here. My cat in a nutshell. Okay. I did hand her a short lightsaber. That's actually kind of hilarious. It's not really necessary to not prestige yourself, though. Jedi consulars get way more force powers than they need at the end of the day. And now we get to watch Kreia turn all these guys inside out. I actually was not aware of that, though. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to note. It's semi-academic to me, largely because you get way more force powers than you need, regardless as to whether or not you prestige yourself. Yeah, I gave her a short lightsaber. I didn't give her one of the bigger ones. Usually I give her Frieden Nad's short lightsaber, but I haven't run into that yet. Also, how is that cursed? Okay, hold on. Actually, I need Atton for this.
I hear you.
Download overload program. Upgrade droid combat algorithms. I don't know, I feel like that was a bad idea. I don't know why you can overload that conduit, you just can. Yeah, I use that largely so that she has a weapon if she needs it. Because the reality with a Jedi Consular, particularly, like, specifically Kreia. Kreia will likely be using Force powers a hell of a lot more than she will be doing anything else. Her, like, watch her Force meter. Her frickin' Force regeneration is insane, and... Oh, you can overload that conduit when the bounty hunters spawn in. Oh, okay, I didn't even know that. Normally, I just kill them the hard way. There's a lot of things you can do with computer use that are absolutely fucking hysterical that you don't necessarily need to do. Thanks for the containment cells program. Like, you'll notice I haven't even come close to running out of Force powers, and that's basically all I've been doing with her. Yeah, the whole point, you are correct though, the whole point of a short lightsaber is literally to basically fully remove the penalty of dual wielding with a character that does dual wield. There's literally no other reason to use short lightsabers.
Just say the word.
Which is why the only reason that Kreia has that is so that I have an emergency backup weapon in case she just happens to, you know, run out of Force energy. It's one of those things that it's probably not going to happen, but it can happen. And I plan for all potential inevitable contingencies. Fun fact also, lightsabers for some reason can disable these force fields. I don't know why, I just know that they can.
It is open.
Just say the word.
Hey! Access codes to the turret system. Yeah, you can find those utility droids all over the place. I didn't even need to shut down that last force field. I did that because I could. You'll also notice that Goto doesn't have any organic bodyguards. He's relying exclusively on droids. That's pretty interesting to note. Also, I gave her a purple lightsaber because she leans on the dark side with some of her weird moves.
Just say the word.
Piercing dart, 68 credits. I also added in a modification that allows me to have better quality drops throughout the game. It's kind of unbalancing in a way, but it also makes the game a lot funnier. I think I just ordered all the turrets to overload. Yeah, I did.
What is it?
Because this game is awesome. It is a single-player game. If this was multiplayer, I would never use a balance mode like that. I believe if you wanna fuck yourself around with like weird, stupid mods like that, single-player games are definitely one of those games to do it with. Multiplayer games, I don't feel like that's fair even remotely, which is why I don't ever do it in those. One of the main reasons I did it in this game was just largely because I wanted to see what some of the weirder drops were, and you can actually get a lot of pretty interesting drops actually from that. There's a number of things that I have finally been able to see from those drops that I've never actually been able to see before. Give him his second toughness feat, because toughness is incredibly fucking important. Unarmed Specialist 4. That's hilarious to me because Kreia is missing a hand. I'm a very fucked up human being, I admit. Okay. I'm hearing blaster fire, and I don't know why. One zero zero. I like how these droids are speaking binary. I mean, it makes sense, sure, but... What is that smell? Oh. It's probably the cat box. In order for you to translate it? Yeah, they do, and I'm not translating binary. That's more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. Although, if I recall correctly, binary, when translated into English, basically you just use Morse code in order to translate it. Based on the zeros and ones. A bit like dashes and dots. Work out the count to enter the security consoles. Ah! That's actually useful. Kreia, I once led an army of Sith assassins. Also, Kreia, I have absolutely no idea how to do certain things. Oh, damn, he has, like, shitty treat injuries.
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, let's look at the shit that I can break down, because I got a lot of stuff I can break down. Grenades I don't really need. They're great in the early game, but you don't really need them late game. Mines are kind of useful for a while, but they fall off later. There we go.
I hear you.
Yeah, basically. Adhesive grenades, yeah, you're right. They're like the only grenade that actually holds any value after a certain level. And it's because... It's weird, because for a while, I actually thought that grenades had, yeah, level 2 force heal, basically. It makes poison useless, by the way. For a while, I thought that they actually scaled their damage up with demolitions, but they don't. The only things worth holding on to are rockets anymore. rockets and darts, and I wouldn't even really put much faith in them because the character that uses those, once you unlock the ability for her to use lightsabers, she doesn't need those. You can kit out a half-decent lightsaber for her.
Pure Pazak.
Very easily. Ah, KOTOR 2 goes up to level 40. Yeah, that would explain it. I'm using my security skill to open the doors, by the way, in case anybody's wondering who ends up watching this later, or might, you know, in case you might be wondering, but you actually seem to know this game a little bit better than I do. And I've played through this game a pretty good number of times. Back when I had a copy on Xbox. Actually, I got another copy on Xbox from a friend, and I need to clean my original Xbox and test it out. Excuse me. I apologize. For some reason, my throat is just not working with me very well right now. The reason that I'm using security skill instead of not is largely only due to one thing. You can use your lightsaber to cut open security doors. I don't do that because security unlocking them actually grants you a small amount of experience points. And I don't think using your lightsaber to do that actually unlocks it. Yeah, exactly. It's free experience. One of the smartest things you can do when you play this game is give yourself a high intelligence stat so that you can get a lot of skills and a lot of skill points to have very high skills. And then you can use those in the beginning to do a lot. I would argue that a Jedi Sentinel build actually has the best start out of everybody because Jedi Sentinels need high intelligence to do a lot of what they do, which is their special skills that most Jedi don't have. Oh, hi. Open up a door. There's a big guy in my face. No, okay. Alright, Goto, I can tell you're getting desperate. You're trying to kill me with fire suppression units. Hey, look, no hand.
But they shall go no farther.
That's pretty messed up, but it's also true.
Raise the force fields. We will trap them within the ship. Let us see how far they get now.
Okay. This is gonna end poorly for you, Goto. The funniest part about Kreia is that she has such a high force meter that after she's had about 10 levels in this game, she basically won't run out of force energy. Ever. Literally ever. Alright, those are deadly mines, so do I actually... Yeah, I knew her demolition skill was ass. His isn't. Maybe he can recover these. I didn't pretend that I wasn't a horrible person. Like, if you've been listening to me, I haven't pretended at all that I'm a bad person. Or that I'm not somehow. Oh god, Kreia. 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 There. I'm trying not to set that mine off.
More where that came from.
It's actually very easy for some companions to run out of force points, particularly if you do what I did and you forget that you can sometimes... I leveled up Atton a lot, forgetting that Atton actually becomes force sensitive later when you get enough influence with him, and I forgot to make sure that he didn't level up a whole bunch before he becomes a Jedi, because if he levels up too much as a Jedi, he actually can't get a high force rating.
Just say the word.
argue that Kreia actually is more of a bitch about names than he is, because Kreia won't ever call Atton by his name. I think she calls him by his name a grand total of 1 time in this whole game. She treats him like dog shit. To be fair, though, she knows what he is and she doesn't like it. Oh yeah, like when you yeah, when you're in combat, you lose a lot of your security and demo skill. I was just trying to get that that mine disarmed before the droid noticed me, but apparently it had eyes in the back of its head, so it noticed I was disarming
What is this
shit.
place? Some kind of control center?
I suggest you surrender. Your chances for escaping this vessel are near 0, and your chances of survival are rapidly approaching that number.
Yeah, but she does treat him like garbage
Are
regardless.
fine. The only question is how much resources you want me to expend in subduing you.
Goto, I think you're overestimating your system and yourself here. I can't turn off any of these other systems, but I really don't need to. I'm gonna lure these machines over to me rather than go anywhere near them. Actually, let's turn solo mode on. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
I will force shock you with my stone.
More where that came from.
I told you I'm a bad person. Oh god, there was another one behind me. I forgot that a couple of them ran behind me. God damn. Alright, Atton, now you get to disarm the Senju of the 10,000 fucking frag mines. Oh, there's another...
What is it?
Okay, it looks like it hasn't noticed me yet for some unholy reason, so I'm just gonna try and shut these down. Cut my hand and call me lightning! I'm a senile old woman, lost forever in these halls. I hope no droid's going to kill me. I feel like Kreia has far too much dignity for that one. But that's pretty good, I'm gonna say.
I hear you.
Surprise, jackass!
More where that came from. Just say the word.
I'm not even mad I can't shut down the minefields, because there's, like, this... If I did that, I wouldn't be able to recover all of these mines. And those are good chemicals. It's in the ultimate sarcasm. Instead of the ultimate sarcasm. This is also a shitload of free experience points, because every mine you disarm is a little bit more experience. Hey Goto, I thought you were supposed to be killing me, not making me stronger. I made a new friend today. You call them mines, I call them gold mines. I like this guy. I mean, you could sell them for credit so you can break them down, or if you want to be a bigger dick, you can use them as traps later in certain encounters that you know are coming. There's a few ways you can take advantage of mines. Nope, no. Disable the last mine before you do that. There we go. Just checking the time on my stream here. Almost at 40 minutes. Damn, that was...
Let me take care of this.
Oh, shit. There we go. Needed Granny to supervise him. Last time he was alone, he killed 2 exotic dancers in a cantina filled with witnesses. You know, I never thought about that. That's solid gold right there. God damn. Oh, yeah, he did. He actually does kill those 2. Because they don't show up again. What's up, Glory? Come join the party. We're actually having a party in here, it feels like. I think this is the most active my streams have been in a while. Oh, they do? Really? Oh, I didn't think they showed up here on the yacht. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Those 2 have always been so forgettable to me. Okay, turn solo mode off because Kreia is like all the way over there. Atton can handle one of these things by himself more than easily. The way I've spec'd him, he's...
Where that came from?
I don't know what that glitch is, but I love it. Oh, they have a special interaction with him here too. Well, now I'm even more glad that I brought Atton along for the violent train.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
There we go. Just continue breaking shit. Next time, kill us instead of beating us into submission, baby. By the way, that it's not paying for itself. Where does this guy get his jokes? Holy shit! That sounds exactly like something Atton would have to put up with. I would believe it. I really would. Oh.
I hear you.
Making them up as I go. Well, you've got a better fucking imagination than I do, let me tell you. If you want restored Goto mod, it has to be added to the game now before the yacht section is over. Oh, I might do that on another playthrough because I will actually have to play through this game again later. I actually had to delete one of my YouTube vlogs because the stream fucked up.
Time to take you down.
My Streamlabs recording software does not apparently like recording KOTOR 2 when I do it in certain ways. Hey everybody!
Just say that.
Hey, Atton got a level out of that. Awesome. Yeah. Get that master speed.
Word.
2 things that can break this game in half. Master speed is 1. And, I forgot I could do that with these sentry droids. There we go. Force kill breaks the game the most. No, it doesn't. Force storm breaks the game the most. Force storm breaks this game in half. I have so many memories of walking around with Force Storm and just lightning storming my way through entire battalions of enemies, even in the final area. And just sort of insta-killing them. It was kind of sad. Oh my god, are you kidding me? You can do that to Nihilus? With force kill? That sounds highly unfair and hilarious, and now I want to see that happen at some point. I might just give Kreia that force power. Because she's neutral, she doesn't actually have a penalty for either set. 1 kill equals 33% of enemies' HP, no matter how much HP they have. I might have to try this. I feel like I will have to try that. Pretty sure there's a damaged utility droid in here that I have missed somewhere. Because I forgot to come over here. Yep, there it is. Reset program. Okay. Kreia dancing at Nar Shaddaa Cantina while you're away raising money for fuel. Oh, God! Oh, it does stacking attribute damage. Yeah, actually, that would be pretty broken in a game like this. Kreia dancing in a cantina. That sounds horrifying, actually. Can I blow the door open?
Just say the word.
I probably can't, but let's try anyway.
I'll just leave this right here.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Alright, I'm gonna double check all of these security consoles. Okay, that one I can't actually do anything with. I've never had Force Storm let me down when it comes to raw damage, but I will admit there are certain boss class enemies that it doesn't do very well against. However, virtually any standing army, it just lambastes like nothing. You can walk into a room... Oh god, pedals. You can walk into a room, cast that twice, and everything dies. Yeah, stasis is definitely one of the best powers for that, because stasis just locks everybody down. Specifically, stasis field is the one you want to use. Power distribution is now unrestricted? Oh god. I think I can actually use that to fuck everything up. If I recall correctly, that's what allows me to get out of here. Go the fuck to sleep and the cutscene is broken as fuck. Yeah, it kind of is. She actually admits later that doing that was incredibly fucking dangerous. But because she's a master, she doesn't actually have that problem. Because she knows how to use it well enough to not kill him. The force techniques that she uses to invade his mind.
What remains of the bounty hunters have found
Nos emereki. Wanara orachi drumka sa inchobin sasha.
You're welcome to try, Big Eyes. Oh my god, I love these fucking comments. This is beautiful. Didn't I encounter some of your dead family on Duxon? This is so mean. Holy Christ. Back when you could be a classy asshole, I swear to God. Okay. Just because I haven't shown this off yet. And I want to. Oh, God. Yes. That's I even did too. I was just like, "You're welcome to try, Big Eyes." Oh god, that's so funny. I love how the developers have such a sense of humor in this game, and I love it. I fucking love it. Oh, hi. But this is back when you were allowed to have a fucking sense of humor.
Even the odds.
Master speed plus master flurry equals, by the way, bro, you're dead. Kreia, what are you doing? You're a frickin' Jedi consular. Act like it. I say Jedi consular. It's more like Grey Jedi. Is Atton over there getting his ass kicked into his teeth? It looks like he's dying slow. No, he won. Never mind. Fun fact about Atton, he has a really weird game mechanic built into him. Advanced twins to show up. Jesus Christ! Hey, I got a question, dude. Did you major in fucking insult comedy? 'Cause damn. Horror, plague, affliction, slow, wound, choke. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Alright, let's heal Atton, because he actually took a lot of damage. Atton has a really weird, unique mechanic about him that makes him able to just get knocked the fuck out and get back up. Sound like a broke OF follower. They're professional dancers, not strippers. Jesus Christ. Oh god, what has this turned into? Oh yeah, you're right, they do show up here again, I forgot. Good lord, how did I forget this scene? You should tell your companion that he should strike to kill, not wound.
Not again.
Handsome, strong, fearful
Ladies,
human.
what you need is a man
God.
who understands the two of you and understands your needs. I was kind of hoping that mating with scruffy humans might have been the first on that list.
I forgot he said that! There will be no next time, honey.
One from you two shut us last time, and this time I'm going to make sure you stay down.
He's not even gonna be the one that's more the real danger here. The real danger is me! I one-shot one of the sisters! Holy shit! Oh, God. Yep, now I can loot the other spinning blade. For all the fucking good it'll do me. I'm not gonna use it. Oh yeah, the Ebon Hawk's this way. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's the GAN. Oh, what the hell? I was gonna say, why are you guys going that way? The problem is over here. That was a weird AI fail. Yeah, they're worth a fair bit of credits, actually, now that you mention it.
More where that came from.
Atton? Where did you go? Atton? What the hell? That was the weirdest AI failure I've ever seen. 2 lightsabers instead of a double-bladed. We have 4 power crystals instead of 2, and it also has double the crit rate. Yeah, technically it does. I just use a double-bladed lightsaber because I like them. I do admit, there was a YouTuber who pissed me off because of his incredibly bad take on double-bladed weapons. I don't know if I want to talk about that though, because I don't want to feel like I'm trying to throw shade unnecessarily. God damn. That I never gave myself 2-weapon fighting, and somehow I'm actually incredibly deadly about it. Inevitably, raw stats can overcome bullshit in this game. It's kind of funny. Master toughness. Because Atton needs to have those raw, sexy man pictorials. No, I haven't made enough incredibly stupid jokes today. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't mind Atton. He took his why don't these two mate with Scruffy. He used frustrations off screen. Advantage of 2 lightsabers is you can put 2 overpowered attribute boosting crystals in a short saber and damage ones in the main saber, and it's a massive improvement. That's actually true. One of the things that I actually used to do back when I played this game on the Xbox is I would, in fact, actually do just that. Yeah, that's the problem with stasis. Enemies can't really... Enemies can save against it. But, yeah, it's just as effective as locking people down and then all of a sudden corpses. Anything that mitigates damage in this game is an incredibly useful power just because of how easy it is for damage to kill you. We're not going to talk about what we would do to the Handmaiden, alright? No, we're not going to talk about that.
I can't believe we just blew up Goto's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Good.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Goto off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
Oh, jeez.
A common misconception not supported by facts. As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey.
Goto has joined your party. He has special powers over droids and cannot set off mines. I may as well show this game off as close to what I think it was originally intended. But hey, I don't even know if that was if that fat droid was the intended one or not.
Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Yes, Pebbles, I see you. Why did Kavar think I would return from exile?
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain,
Come here.
but so many of them are
Give me
gone
your
now,
hairball.
as you no doubt know.
Considering what it truly is. Yeah, fun fact about Goto, he's actually the droid. There's a baby head on your face. What the fuck?
He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war.
Damn, man.
He thought by traveling to
I mean,
such
I don't like
places,
his mustache
he could
either,
achieve
but holy shit,
understanding.
that was cold.
No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace.
Give me a fluff butt.
I have kept secrets for far too long. They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets
This is like an overgrown wampa
or
duck.
touched by war. In such places,
Zez
we
Kyle
may
has no
conceal
force
ourselves,
powers? Really? Are you
gather
sure about that?
information without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of Kavar's plan. Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now.
He only attacks you with a purple stick.
few.
I think he was supposed to be the sentinel of the trio, because each of these three Jedi Masters actually represents a different Jedi archetype. Kavar is a guardian, Vrook is a consular, and he's supposed to be the, it's empty as his brain. His script has no powers programmed into it. Oh! That's very strange. Yeah, because he's also supposed to be a sentinel, so he's supposed to be a balance between the two of them.
Brooke still lives? I had not felt his presence for some time. What? We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out,
Their scripts are
that
Guardian
is the moment I
class?
decided to leave the Order.
That's very
Because I did
fucking
not
strange.
believe we truly faced
Because they're
the
all
reasons
supposed to
you were
represent
exiled.
different
And if we do
aspects
not
of the
examine
Order.
such
And if
truths,
if you
then
actually
we
look
are
at their
already
fighting
lost.
styles, they all
I
do
think
look
it was
different.
because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's
I wonder
life
if they
with the
couldn't
Force.
program them
To
in
see a
and under
vision
a
of
different
what it would be
class
like to be
archetype, so
severed
they just
from
did
it,
what
it is more
what they ended up
frightening than you
having.
know.
That's very strange.
Very well.
Vosh's Padawan on M478 and Darth Nihilus. And Vazaz Mar for the brief duel against her you have. Huh.
Ah, so the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets.
We did what any
But I
company
have
does
no
when a
answer for
customer
you.
gets a
As
refund.
much
We
as I would
remove
like
the
to give
evidence so
one,
it never
we
happens
vowed
again.
never to speak
Oh
of it.
god.
And although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And Kavar was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing. Yes, such bonds are a connection that can be formed at moments of crisis, or in the slow understanding that grows between master and apprentice. It is most common between two beings who are sensitive to the Force. It allows the transmission of feelings, of influence. It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You form such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Brooke could not ignore it, which is saying something. I do not know. A bond between two living beings is not something easily broken. It is not a choice. It is like breaking a feeling, like turning away from the Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty, a wound. Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative.
The Force does not work this way, sir.
From the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
Like vegans. Well, that's actually true. One of the biggest problems that you see both in the films in the original trilogy, or rather in the prequel trilogy, as well as in the Clone Wars animation, and even here, the Jedi have a real hard problem, for some strange reason, taking blame. For an order that's supposed to be completely selfless and completely understanding and follow logic and reason, it is very rare for Jedi to actually accept blame for their own mistakes and responsibility for them. Particularly when you talk about the Council, I think it's that their pride often gets in their way and makes them forget to realize that they need to just sit back and actually accept that.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
Yeah, he knew that the Council actually did that to him.
But we have spoken enough, I think.
But there's a lot more to that story that Zez Kyle also just straight up does not know.
Through sparring. This form you may have already seen much of during the Mandalorian Wars, but it is fitting to speak using elements of the past, I think. Ataru is the name given to the movements of this form. Though it is aggressive, it is focused, and its best use is in combat against a single opponent. This form is somewhat less useful in deflecting blaster shots. Use it when dealing with opponents in close combat, not against a battalion firing heavy blasters at you. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts. nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins.
I didn't really find that scene funny
gather
quite
the
so much
others,
as exactly
I will
what it
meet you
meant.
there. And thank
You can
exile.
stab using the back of your
Your returning,
lightsaber and jump to
it is
strike
good
with the
that you are
other.
back among us.
What Ataru actually is, I feel I should say. Ataru is actually the form given. If I recall correctly, there's double-bladed, single-bladed, and dual-wielding variants of it. But it's actually the form used by Qui-Gon Jinn.
Necessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable, annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications, recitation, and bring about the termination of hostilities.
Fuck you, you damn droids. I thought Yoda used a different form.
Spelling master.
They almost killed me there, Jesus. My force powers are actually getting so strong that even my force meter is having trouble going down. Can invent new forms with fingernails. That's the Jek Tar. I didn't. Ow! Those teeth do not touch my arm, cat. There's a lot you're allowed to do. That is not one of them. One of those things. Basically, he just threatened you with death if you don't go and tell the Teolosian government, hey, by the way, bro, you can actually deal with this now. Yeah, that's one of the problems of being a Sentinel. I had to balance out my stats amongst almost everything. So I need strong charisma and wisdom boosters, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do shit like that very easily. Consulars can ignore physicality almost entirely in favor of that.
Unnecessary.
Oh my god.
Systems failing, master.
This is more often than not why I default to just using a lightsaber this way. Just fuck it.
Systems failing, master.
You know? Seth is still investigating. Class actually has a slight bearing on that. Because your class actually determines how many force points you get and health points you get per level. So it depends on how much you can spam stuff, but yes, your attributes predominantly are what scale it. Class only matters so much, but it has some bearing on what you can do. It also determines how many force powers you get per level. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Glad to be fun to watch, man. Oh, here we freaking go. Yeah, I don't use Force Body because I don't want to do that. I don't want to head to Duxon right away just yet. What the fuck? Why
I
is
know
the...
what the two of you are arguing about. I caught him. He's mine. But it's obvious you two need some advice, so let me lay out the attack pattern for you. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then, starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
That sounds more like hunting.
Call it what you want. Me, I love my targets.
Ah, HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query, what is it you wish,
Vosh.
that one?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
No, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query, have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have
I love
met,
HK-47.
and I have not finished with you yet.
This is a weird scene. There's like 8 different cutscenes playing here at once. Jesus Christ. What have I
Why
done?
Are you here?
Because I told him everything.
Ah, and now you are free.
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it.
Back to your
And
room.
I know what
Yes,
lies
Grandma.
buried within you. That you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
You're kind of a murderer yourself, Kreia. I don't know if you know that.
Yes? There is nothing. Duels among the Ichani are rich. Your modest.
Okay.
We attend. That is perhaps. There is much knowledge on. There is. I know your stance. Yeah. If that.
I've unlocked her to a degree, but the game is not letting me actually fully mess with that.
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something? Your face. You have this glow. I mean, not a real glow.
He's Gordon
but
from
it's
now
like
on.
you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on
As a male
spice, have
exile,
you?
you don't have to invest in dexterity for defense. Really?
Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, it's just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and Visas, but it's just the Force. Got it. Just checking. Talk. Why, you tried to be my father? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere. Go ahead and ask. It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet. I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it. Look, before we get into a game of guess the Pazak card, pull back on the throttle. I don't know you that well to start sharing our life stories. Anhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. He's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them,
Girl,
ruin
you
them.
glowing!
And when they can't
God
suffer
damn it.
anymore, he wants them
She
dead.
thought that I had just had sex with Visas, which is what's really funny.
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
I really don't know why she thought about that. Huh.
That's a long story. I don't want to get into it. I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to. Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there. Get away from me. The next time you come in... What do you want now? Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just... Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that's... But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers.
She has an overactive libido and she's not getting any. Yeah, that's possible.
There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes, and maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together. Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me. Go ahead. Made it. It's custom for me, which is a good thing, because I wouldn't want anyone using it against me. I can show you how to make rockets, though, if you'd like. All it requires is a good skill with demolitions. Anything else? Yeah, something. Yeah, more or less. Well, the war happened. It's what happens after the wars. I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees.
I'm doing this to try and get her
I was just
dialogue
one of
out of the way
others.
whilst
Me?
also trying to build
I got
influence.
passage
I
to
apologize
Nashidar.
if
From
this is
there,
boring.
Not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
I'm also trying not to talk over her too much because for anybody who might be interested in her story, yeah. You are not going to like me. The fandom is already pairing me with Visas and Handmaiden. It's bad enough. They're trying to do the same with Atton. I don't need another love interest.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families. As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. and they took a lot of worlds. When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that. Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
Best ship T3M Kreia. Oh god, no.
Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it.
She is very antagonistic.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them. That kind of stays with... Alright. I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits. Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough
I'll be
description.
right back. I need to blow my
just
nose
sort of
real quick.
listen to it, get a feel for him or her, then start walking.
I'll be done with the stream in about a half hour. Okay.
This is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents.
There we go.
You know your target, you can feel them. You know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt. I didn't kill him once. Do you really want to hear this? Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
It's called Kashyyyk, dear.
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it. No idea. He's just Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows? Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all. I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons. Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies? Right, that's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous. Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes, he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies. Living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you. I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since. I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, honor's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you. Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. but he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging him... So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge. A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead.
Carpet's
When I
blue,
saved
as we
his
call
life,
it, Your Honor.
he had to kill me.
Oh my
I
God,
saved
that's
his
so
life
bad.
in hopes
Oh, that's so
he'd die.
bad.
I think the fact I showed him mercy after
What?
hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand. Yeah, tell me about it. Like I said, I get the impression a life debt's supposed to be a gift. But to Hanhar, it's more like a curse to both people involved. Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened. Hanhar's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, it's like nothing can stop him. Seen him shrug off blaster bolts, Bothan stunners, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming. Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was. Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator. You know, it's a long story and I'm kind of tired of talking about it right now. I've killed people. I know. It's different. I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex.
I'm going to mute myself for a moment because my girlfriend's
when or
asking me a
why
question, and
it
I'm just
became
going to
so
let
easy.
this conversation play out while I try to keep... Alright. There we go.
Yeah, something wrong. Alright. Feels better to... Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise. Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it. No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself.
She's not ready.
Yeah, something wrong? Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down.
Oh, I like Mira a lot. That's kind of why I'm doing this now, the instant I've got her. I'm trying to get a lot of her personal stuff out of the way and show her off to the audience, because I want people to be able to see and enjoy this. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes. I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to
All right,
broadcast
I'll
a
try to
signal
do
blind
that
your
because
sense
I need to
receptors
help.
for a minute or
I need
two.
to boost
figured
my
that would buy me
influence with
enough
it
time to
anyway.
move through them and get away. Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely. He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me, that I would always be prey. Maybe. I've thought about that moment a lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance. Feels... well, it's got a light. Yeah? Yeah, right. Alright, prove it. You can show me now if you want.
There it goes!
Alright, and when you show me... yeah, something... it's got a... yeah. Alright. Alright, and when...
Okay. I'm pretty sure the spot was right around here. Yeah, that's basically what happened. More or less, Hanhar set a trap for her. She outsmarted him in it. He tried to get uppity about it. And he barely managed to survive the explosions he got stuck in. She saved him, but he didn't want to be saved. He wanted to die.
No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks, sleight of hand. This I'd like to see. It's not gonna hurt, is it?
Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given.
Yep, and I just did actually. Thank you for that, Revan.
This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
I think Hanhar was insane. He's like just angry and insane all the time.
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out. It's louder now, it hurts. All these people. But if I become a Jedi, I'll have to turn myself in for the credits.
I like this one. This is a really funny answer. Oh my god. Make it stop. I hate people. Fuck.
Are you gonna train me? I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want the power to let go. And I want the power to heal the echo when it's gone. That sounds all right from where I'm standing.
That woke up Mira.
Ready?
She has a ridiculous amount of skills. It's actually kind of funny how many skills she has. Get her tier 2 heal. This is why I was trying to hold back her level ups. I think I'm gonna have to start leveling up her, like boosting her wisdom and charisma, because those are shit right now, and she actually needs better stats in both. Hey, Brawl God, welcome to the party, man. Yeah, this is the that's the Jal Shay armor, actually. It's not even one of the Jedi robes. How you doing, Brawl God? He's one of my regulars, guys. He's good for it. I'm doing alright. I'm actually having a pretty good stream today. If you're looking for bounties, she could tell you that she doesn't have any, but what she does have is a huge ass set of skills. Yeah, exactly. She's just like, you know, she's secretly Liam Neeson from Taken. Finesse for lightsabers, so now she can use a lightsaber. I definitely want to give her battle meditation. I feel like everybody should be able to use that, and that's a useful skill for her to have.
Yes? Yes?
Okay, I can't actually mess with that yet. That was the main reason I came right back to Nar Shaddaa, though, afterwards. No, I haven't actually seen Mira go dark. One of the things that I want to do eventually is actually do a dark side playthrough, because I want to see what happens to Atton and a couple other characters when you get them dark. Oh, yesterday I was fine, Brawl God. It was actually... The stream wasn't too bad yesterday. This one is definitely the most lively I've had in a while. In fact, I should say, Revan and, is that Excellion? If you guys want, I have a series of streams of KOTOR 1 over on YouTube under Alpha Wolf. I post all of my stuff there as I make it, so that way, if anybody wants to see some of those without them being lost out,
cutting laser a little boost.
It actually is available for you.
We could use your help in a firefight.
Apparently she gets crimson hair, but don't quote me on that. That actually could be cool.
Out of their scopes.
I know a lot of them get like gray, dead skin faces.
Goto to be jealous of, right? Think of it this way: you can keep Goto in line with it.
Iridonian, if I might have a moment.
What is it, Goto?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are quite adequate. I am impressed with your work, though less so with your remote itself.
What's wrong with my remote?
I find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an unsightly, but it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to provide me with similar upgrades.
I'll take a look at it the next time I get a chance. Yeah, he really hates Beodur.
Yes, General.
I might actually have to talk to Goto as well, although I don't really like Goto, and I do find it funny what happens to him eventually. Mira is also now capable of using lightsabers. One of the reasons that I was... like Sparky or Point. I always give the remote a name. Yeah! That's actually true. One thing that I did do that you guys might not have noticed, just because I didn't show it off earlier, I went through and I gave T3M4 all of the computer use and repair upgrades that you can give him, and it super boosted the shit out of his constitution and his dexterity. Alright, let's travel back to Telos real quick. What the fuck is a Goto, and can you put it on a sandwich? Goto is actually kind of an interesting character because his backstory is very intriguing, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that off this playthrough, but I'm going to try to get him to say it. If he doesn't, then I will just do it my way. What the fuck?
Has there been any word of... None yet. I do not understand why she displays such disobedience.
You know why. She bears the face of her mother.
Why Atris would have sent her on such a mission is something I do not understand. In terms of combat, she is the last among us. In terms of stealth, she is willful and not prone to disguise herself. Her stance, it has too much passion about it.
Perhaps that is why Atris sent her. Perhaps it is an exile of her own.
Go ahead, honey. Have as many as you like. If
I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few moments to spare for your work. I would like to know what he is doing here, though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose not. Perhaps in working on my circuitry, your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid is constructed.
I swear that her Atris handmaidens are jealous of that.
I would appreciate that. Our group has little in the way of time to spare, and I would not want to delay you from your other duty.
Right. Let's get you open. See what you can do. I have to say, you are put together quite well. That wasn't much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to your work.
Prove me wrong. The remote win racist on Goto. No. No. I'm not going down that ugly ass rabbit hole of stupid ass conversation. No. Oh,
yes. The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated. There are several factors, all of which affect each other. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy, either Jedi or Sith. The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on Nar Shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several lifetimes to pay back. But perhaps the offer of credits will spur you to act quicker.
Once your mother lost her processor,
I am not unsympathetic to such
over how fat you were.
When the system you stabilize, I will reward you for your efforts. See that you do not. There is this. You have stabilized Dantooine. The Republic has gained a power base in the Outer Rim. You have done well, and the stability you have caused shall be There is. Telos is instrumental to the stability of the... Of course, since... Then stop causing events of planetary destruction. You are a walking catastrophe, and you are not making saving the Republic any easier. Of course it was. If you had not gone there, the facility would not have been destroyed. If you had simply surrendered to the Sith, then all...
That's like saying, because somebody shot my best friend, I'm responsible for bringing my best friend to their death. if we were just hanging out in a movie theater and some dickhead decided to shoot him. You're an idiot. I'm not the one who put the gun in the shooter's hand, and I'm definitely not the one who shot the fucking asteroid field. You are an imbecile.
I hope you do not decide that the next thing that must be destroyed to stop the Sith is the galaxy itself. Perhaps one.
Here's the thing. I could, like, me asking him to the movies or not, that's on me. But am I the one who held the gun? Am I the one who went and got the gun? Am I the one who chose to shoot up a movie theater? I am responsible only for bringing my friend to a movie theater to have fun. I am not responsible for the dickhead who walked in, grabbed a gun, and shot him in that resultant instance. The responsibility of the shooting lies with the person who held the weapon, and whose mind decided to break thinking that that was going to solve problems. Yeah, I know. That's Goto's fucking headcanon. His headcanon is, because you were involved and things happen around you, this is what you deserve. Like, or this is your responsibility. And that's actually not the case.
Now, that would be telling. For now, my presence must remain a secret, and it may remain that way forever. It has been assigned to guard and protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation...
Like, I went to Paragus because I was supposed to, on the Harbinger. And, some Sith found out that I was there, and even though I'm an exile who hasn't had power over the Force in years, they chose to attack in order to wipe out any Jedi remnants.
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans.
Newsflash, dipshit, I already have.
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized...
Like, that's what... I won't allow you to interfere with my plans. Haven't I been fucking up your shit since I got here?
In their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to...
Kind of. At least Guilty Spark was insane from program degradation.
How droll. What an... The assassin droids. I have encountered some, purchased the service of others. Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time. If you mean produced, no, I do not. I do know that there are a surprising number scattered throughout the Republic fleet searching for you. What they will do now that you are found is easy to predict. Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured or terminated. Why don't you ask their predecessor? That archaic memory-impaired assassination droid will know more about his subsequent generations than I would. They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved with. Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery of their true purpose has been concealed by well-timed accidents. Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment. Of course they are. Why don't... A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities. I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic.
You really don't like Goto, do you? I don't really like him that much either, but damn!
I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in keeping a strong military force. That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an
I
answer.
hate Gordon. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I'm doing this also again to just show off Goto to anybody who might actually want to have him shown off.
It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
Some of the points that he makes are actually pretty spot on, though.
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the...
I do admit I don't like Goto that much either, but I do find him to be a very intriguing character. What I really love about this game, and even KOTOR 1, is that every single one of your characters, this feels like Dungeons & Dragons in the sense that they all have their own motivations. They're all fleshed out characters and people and individuals with their own goals and wants. And even though they're following you, they do have their own personalities, and they will disagree with you on certain things. And some of them can even try to kill you. We need an abandoned Goto mod to get another Jedi. No, that's not necessary. The HK Factory mod that I installed will take care of that in the funniest way you'll ever see. Trust me. I don't know if you've seen that mod, but trust me, if you haven't, it's gonna be a treat. Mandalore 100% needs to date me. You really like Candaris Ordo? I can't blame you. He's a straight up badass. Don't get me wrong. Gay in pie heaven.
Unnecessary.
Oh God. More goddamn HK droids. The one thing I don't like about the HK and the content restoration mod, oh my God, the number of times I have to fight these freaking droids. It kind of gets old after like the first 10 engagements. Oh, we're here to do something else before we do the HK Factory shutdown. I do have restored content mod in, don't worry. This is only a brief stop that we're making. I need to go talk to the TCF, or TSF. Because you have to come back here before you trigger the Tilo siege, so that you can talk to this guy.
So you've returned.
While
I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders and obtain transport off Citadel Station, the matter has since been closed. It was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be necessary, and thus you'd be allowed to go. But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us, avoiding a possibly embarrassing situation. Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know what the feet are doing. The hands don't even know they've got fingers, let alone where they are. My opinion, they probably performed their independent investigation and figured it wasn't your fault. Anyways, you should just be glad I decided to overlook the fact you escaped arrest. Yeah. And if... So you've returned. Really? That's great news. The situation here hasn't improved at all. What did you discover?
Yeah!
Voga the Hutt? That's preposterous. A glut of fuel isn't going to help our position much in this case. It's a resource that's needed throughout the galaxy, and he'll be... Still, we don't have much of a choice. We need fuel, and we need it fast. I'll bring this... Now, I believe I gave you my word that there would be a reward for information leading to the establishment of a fuel source for the station. Never believed for a moment that you'd actually be collecting it. But I'm a man of my word. So here you are. Now, I've got to send this information to the Council right away. So you've a blaster. What? Interesting. This is no ordinary holdout blaster. It's been outfitted with a number of illegal modifications. You say you found this at the docks? That is disturbing news. When off-world weapons are transported onto Citadel Station, whether they are personal arms or shipments to be resold, they are inspected and licensed by the TSF. This confirms my fear that there is a source of black market weapons and components here on the station. A relative stranger as yourself might be useful. Great. There's more than a few people. Anyways, good luck. Let me know.
I know exactly who's doing it too, and I'm going to stage a sting operation. Also, you're right, the TSF is really fucking bad. They're not very good. But I will be bringing HK-47 later in order to do the Restored Content Factory mission, don't worry. I don't know who you think you're dealing with, asshole, but, I am not the person you want to fuck with. That dude was an idiot. Never know when you might end up dead. Yeah, might want to check yourself on that one before you wreck yourself.
Loka kamaran endoso. Mababe want to susintu mukarata. To esfrektonatada bear mabarchokto. Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra. Taranamosibu indasarans. Krema sunkun ratu. Machabi doko. Donaranda manachum. Donos loka. Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drumta sa inchobit. Loka kamara. Febko. Machabi doko. Donaranda manakaran. And sa.
I actually forgot about this side quest in the early game, so I'm doing it now. Yeah, I know, right? For my amusement. Zerka, the Bulani Ichani Corp. I'm using force speed to get around quick. Oh, I know that idiot. I don't even want to do his side quest. It's bad. Disruptor pistol.
Hey, what are you doing in my... Looked like you were doing more than... Yeah, you... Now get out of here.
Why do you have an illegal disruptor pistol in your fucking footlocker? How's that, genius? Also, if you didn't want other people to go running around in your apartment, why'd you leave the door unlocked? Idiot. Dance for my paychecks. Oh god, I hate that side mission so much. He's such a jackass. Alright, so let's go get those leaves for the dipshit. We're about at our hour quota for the day. But I might just keep the stream running a little bit longer to resolve this quest. Yeah, but particularly with the mod that I have, and here I'll actually even show you. You don't need it. Yes, okay, this is the Ithorian compound. Oh my god, all the Ithorians are dead. I forgot that happens after they get into that shootout. Yeah, if your security is good enough, you can do that. I'm a money-hungry exile. I came back to start business. Called the Twi'lek Dance Club. You doing the quest this way? Yes. It's been a while. I don't actually know how to do this quest differently. Well, I believe there was another way, but I don't remember. Sure, go ahead, be a criminal. You can steal them, or you can go to Gren and put him to work. Oh! I forgot! You can make Gren do that for you. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go make him do his job. Oh god, if I don't get... The power of the Force makes me move too fast.
So you've returned. If we knew when he was going to make a shipment... All that? If that's the size and substance of his usual shipments, it helps explain quite a bit. It will take some time. All right, everything's here. Take these to Samhan. After that, come back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me the exchange has been made, and I'll go to the dock module to wait for him. If he won't let you leave until the transaction's completed, go with him. I'll post one of my men near the docking bay, and if he spots you, he'll summon me. Understood? I'll be there, don't worry. You just make sure you get him to the docking bay. We have to catch him in the act.
You also get slightly more experience if you do it yourself. Because you noticed I got 50 XP out of that.
Loka kamaran endoso ranwi. Tonoranda manaka.
You got grins to work efficiently.
Get your things loaded. I'm already behind schedule. You don't understand how it is with Zerka. When the process stops working like clockwork, questions get asked, and we don't want questions asked, do we? The faster we get this loaded, the faster we can get it out of here.
Stop right there. That's enough. He's got a grenade. Take him down.
He resisted that? I'm impressed.
Let me handle this.
You might see it my way. All of you.
He's just trying to speak the alien dialect.
I think you may be overconfident of your chances, Samhan. We now have evidence of your smuggling operation, and even the Council cannot ignore that. Again, I have you to thank. Without your assistance. Now we can be certain he will be removed. I promise to pay. Now I must attend to my...
There we go. Black marketeer arrested. And his brother is actually pretty glad that he's been arrested. I'm even going to head over there in the shop just to show this off, because this is kind of funny. His brother is actually very happy that he's been arrested. Not cowling. Oh, that's a dark side item. Mandalorian disintegrator. That is an incredibly dangerous pistol. He's actually got some pretty decent stuff. Alright, we've taken care of that.
Yes, General.
I actually kind of want to visit the Ithorian compound again real quick. I want to see something. It's probably a waste, but I just want to be sure. One of the biggest difficulties with Beodur is that I'm having trouble finding ways to buff my influence with him. Give me the Helm of Mandalore, the fantastic. Oh god. Mandalore the fantastic. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna say a word on that one.
Good to see you again. Have you already heard about Zerka's operations on Telos? I would hope so.
I was hoping that would actually buff my influence with him, but it hasn't. The Mandalorian opened a party. I'm not on near enough drugs for that. That's all I'm gonna say. Beodor is drunk off of monotonin. Yeah, that's kind of the one thing I don't like about his voice actor. His voice is always so damn specifically set, and he never really emotes much. I want to wake him up as a Force sensitive too, but I don't know how, if I'm being honest. I disarmed 33 deadly frag mines on Goto's yacht. Because I spent one. With my new replaced Beodor with Kreia mod. I take it you don't care that much for Beodor either. I actually really like his character, even though his voice acting leaves a lot to be desired.
Yes?
You are spending time with the servant of Atris. I knew her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master, named Aaron Kai. Jedi are forbidden to have children, and when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth.
Yeah, he can't wear a lot of armors.
Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos. Ah, that was an interesting choice of words indeed. She has sworn not to follow the path of the Jedi by her oath, but even that oath is limited. One does not.
Yeah, I
need
know.
to
I've
be
already
Jedi
convinced
to
her
learn
it's
the ways
worth
of the
breaking.
Force. I suspect it cares little for our codes and philosophies. Should she? By whose judgment should such truths be revealed? I do not have such arrogant presumptions. The Jedi separate children from their parents as they did you. It is because family exerts a powerful influence on one's development. I am merely saying that revealing such things can have profound... You must train yourself first. The time will reveal itself. Yet if you persist as you have, building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours. Before you go, a word of caution. Spend time with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy and yourself. So, never have you wondered what it would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won completely and utterly. If perhaps she would give in, few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind. Exile. No? Then perhaps... Very well. I shall... Yes? Very... Very well. Ignorance. Am I? Then perhaps you should know. There are techniques, and on, as I said, it is...
I like how you can directly call her, call her out for her arrogance.
Yes?
Or for her
I'm
lies.
training, so that... What of her? This is already known to me. I think I have always known this. As I followed Atris, perhaps I have felt incomplete, hollow since her loss at Malachor 5. With your help, perhaps this wound might be healed.
And so it ends.
Yeah, that's kind of what
to become a Jedi Knight like my mother.
The Ichani live with. Like when they're fighting, the Ichani do that.
There is the betrayal of Atris, and there is the betrayal of... After seeing you in battle, I know you more than I have ever known Atris. And I want to feel what my mother felt for my father. I wish to hear what my mother heard as she fought the Mandalorians, until the moment she died on Malachor 5. I will not let you down, Exile. I will honor you, as I honor the face of my mother.
Betrayal.
And when you do that, the restored content mod triggers this scene.
Betrayal.
Betrayal? Mistress?
It is space sex. Fighting to the Ichani is much more than simple brawling. There is a form of emotional intimacy to it, yes. So that's actually a lot more on point than you think.
Mistress, forgive us, but are you certain? She would not forsake her oath so lightly.
It is the truth, and it is done. Do you doubt me?
No, Mistress. It is you who saved the Jedi upon Dantooine, who have collected their knowledge and hid it here to protect it.
But why? How did she fall?
It is a sign of his corruption, and perhaps hers as well. He will train her, and she will be flawed.
All right.
Yes? Before entering Atris's service, it is not we all when
Huh, okay. You can't actually get her to go by her given name. That's kind of annoying. Okay, we've taken care of Telos. I could go to Korriban, but I actually want to go to Duxon first. I will be right back. No, I won't be right back. We're going to head over to Duxon and we're going to land there, and then that'll be the end of this particular stream. And then next time we will do the Duxon and Onderon War, and you guys will get to see that firsthand. And I now have a host of Force-sensitive teammates that I can use to make this sequence easier. Have a good one yourself, Excellion! And Revan, if you're still there, have a good one as well. I hope to see you on the next stream, my guy. You two have been great. It's great to spend time with you guys on this. And be able to geek out about KOTOR with somebody for once. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk. Again, if you want to see the rest of my VODs, head over to YouTube under Alpha Wolf. And you'll be able to see all of my Twitch VODs there. They're uploaded daily as I make them. Have a nice day.